Hey everybody, Technoli here again, and welcome to the channel. We've got an exciting little build today. This is going to be a $300 PC build. Everything. We've got power supply, 8 gigabytes of RAM. Couldn't go to 16 to keep it at 300, so we got 8 gigs. We've got our MSI H310M motherboard. We've got 256 gigabytes of NVMe, and we've got an i3 9300. This is a 9th gen processor, and this luxurious case. Oh, so pretty. Well, it was cheap. So we're going to do this build. We're going to get started with it, and we're going to have fun. Okay, everybody, let's get started. Get our motherboard out. I like to put the motherboard on top of the box when I'm mounting my processor, my RAM and everything. That way it's not going to get shorted, of course. So here's our 9100. This should be very interesting and fast, but it is upgradable. You can always upgrade the processor on this if you like down the road. We're going to use the stock cooler, of course. We don't need to go crazy with a expensive Noctua or anything. Okay, well, I'm sure you've seen this 100 times. We just pull this little bracket out, lift up on that, and then we're going to put our processor in. There's a little triangle that you can line up. These triangles right here, little triangle, little gold triangle goes in that bottom corner. Plus you have 2 little notches right here, one on either side of the CPU, and those go right where those notches are. So just gently put it into place. You don't want to go crazy. You don't want to bend any of those little wires underneath, okay? Put it underneath and put down the bracket. Now, on the CPU fan, we're just going to go ahead and mount it. Let me get the cable out of here for the fan. So I like to position it right here where it says CPU fan, and then I can go ahead and put it where I want to put it right there. So I put the fan in a good direction. And then just line these up with the holes and snap it into place. Okay. And let's go ahead and stick a RAM in there. I bought the Crucial. Can never go wrong with Crucial. Line up that little notch right there with the slot. And just push it down into place. Okay. All right. Now we'll get the case. Okay, so this has little thumb screws, makes it easy. Slide our panel off. Now somewhere in your case you'll find some screws. Yep, there they are. Unwrap this stuff. This is unbelievable. This cheap little case, I forget what it was like $30. Comes with this nice big cooler up here. And it comes with one in the back too. So that's all we're going to need for sure on this computer. Go ahead and get my front panel cables ready. And our fans. Okay, so what we're going to do now is get our standoffs for the motherboard. And that would be these little guys. Those little standoffs. Just put those down in the case. We're going to need, this is a small motherboard, so we're just going to need one there, one over here to the back, another one over here in the top, and one down here. Okay, so go ahead and mount the motherboard. Kind of go in at an angle a little bit. Then just take a look up front, make sure everything's lined up. Yep, looks good. Now in this particular case, they use fine thread screws to put the motherboard down. So we'll get those put in. Always remember on these builds, if you're interested in one of them, we do sell them. We just sell them for our cost. And so just message us down below, or you can send us an email at technoli.com. Just go to our website, technoli.com. Okay. All right, now let's get all of these fan cables put on. So we've got, let's see, we've got a fan cable or a fan connector over here. And on this particular board, we only have a CPU header and one other header for a case fan. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do on this one. I'm just going to use the rear case fan to exhaust heat. Okay, then here we have our HD audio cable, which is going to go toward the front of the board, and it's labeled audio. Then we've got the front USB ports. You see this has front USB ports. So we go ahead and put those on. And there is a lot of headers for USB. So we'll just go ahead and put it right up here. Okay. Okay. So now all we have left is our little cables, our little LEDs for the front of the case, for the power light and the hard drive light, and then we've got the power switch and a reset switch. And you'll find where those go. So in the manual, you just want to look for that right there, and it shows us it's JFP1. JFP1. And then that one is right here on this side, and so it's got, like every other case in the world, got the power switch on top, and then the reset goes right underneath that, and then next to reset is the hard drive light, and right above the hard drive light is the power LED. And on this one, the positive is, there's a plus and a minus, and the positive goes toward the end, toward the USB connector. There we go. We're all done. All right, next thing I want to do is get this M.2 in here. So you just put it in an angle a little bit, and then just push it in. And then we'll put a screw right there. So put that on. The screw ties it down. That's it. So now all we have to do is put on our power supply, and we are done. $450-watt power supply is all we needed for this. I mean, there's no graphics card in this. But, like I said, you could always upgrade this, and you'd still have enough power for your graphics card. Okay, let's put our power supply in. Fan facing down. We got our black screws that came with the power supply. Make it so pretty. So we'll put our 4 screws in the power supply. And the last one. All right, now we got to get our cables connected. I always like to start with my 24 pin on my motherboard. Get this put in. Just slide it in, kind of support the board when you're pushing it into the board. And then we need, on this motherboard, it takes a large power connector for the board. Now, we've got extra power supplies here for external or other hard drives or whatever you wanted to put in here. So we'll do some cable management with that later and clean it up, make it look presentable. Okay, so now let's get it turned on. Plug our power in. And we'll grab HDMI. Okay, let's turn it on. Start pressing the delete key to get into the BIOS. Ooh, look at that. So there we go. Is that a simple enough build for you? We're going to have a video showing us installing Windows on this computer and see how fast it really is. So stay tuned for that. It'll be in the description and at the end of this video. Thanks so much for watching, folks. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.